Hello, hello. I think, is it true? Do we have no technical difficulties? I think it's true. I see my video moving. I'm not frozen. I hear music. I have confirmation of music. This is amazing. Actually, I'm gonna turn the music down a teeny bit more. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it may be, wherever you are. Oh, you are usually asleep during sprints, so I'm glad you're here. And thank you, Chris, for being my one-man tech team. I appreciate it. Hello, Jonathan. It's nice to see you all. I've tried to go with a little bit of a Valentine's theme, although I still have, body parts and bloody hands behind me, which is more appropriate for me because I am a spinster. So, but I've done some pink, I've done some red. It's good. I've got do a fit check here. I have a flowing flower robe, so can't get any better than that. I hope you are all doing well. I also picked, for my magic words that I do, I picked some love-related stuff. So if you hate that, I apologize. You don't have to use them. I thought I may as well go for it. today I am working on more scripting for more stuff I can't talk about. And I know it's getting tiring. If you care about what I'm working on and I haven't been revealing it, I know it's getting tiresome. But we're getting closer. One thing I can tell you that's pretty cool, I have a number of things that are always in progress. I'm that kind of person. I can't stop. One of the projects that I've been working on for my day job, actually, is finally launching, and it's very exciting. It is writing related. I work for NSFW network, I'll just say that. And I've worked for them for coming up on 4 years now, which is kind of crazy. And just almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago, they realized, oh, hey, we have a writer here, and we are wanting to launch a product that is for writers. So I got assigned to this niche role, which was really amazing for me. And I've been able to just completely form this site. So it's apologies if anyone is sensitive to this, but it's an erotica site. So if you are an adult writer at all and are interested, let me know and I can send you info about it. But the main point is I've been working on this project for a very long time and we're finally launching it. We're getting like media mentions and stuff, and it's really cool. We've got some names who have been doing writing as part of our promo. One of them is one of the actors from Orange is the New Black. So it's been a busy but exciting week. And now I'm working on my other projects, which are a bit more secret that I can't talk about. So we've got a couple more minutes until we launch into sprints. As always, we're doing 4 15-minute sprints and then wrapping up with a half-hour sprint at the end of the session. During the half-hour sprint, I'm going to put some, I always get my hand wrong for this here, some magic words up in the corner here, somewhere here, and you'll be able to use them in your writing if you want. And if you've never heard the words before, it's kind of fun to hear new words. It's just something I like to add so that it's not just me, sitting here blabbing my face off. Let's see, what else? I had a new video out yesterday, so if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend going and watching it after this. It's all about world building, and I think it turned out pretty good. I just tried to, with these sort of like intro writing help videos, I try to just throw some basics out there and think about what I would have wanted in the way of help when I was first starting to write. And for me, that was someone to help me organize my to-do list, to-do list. So with the world building one, I give points of like, here are the wider categories to consider. Now jot down some notes in these categories. So that's the format I went with. So it doesn't really tell you what to write, but it gives you the outline, if you know what I mean. If you've watched it, you'll understand. If not, I hope you'll go and watch it after, and I hope you enjoy it. I had fun with it. I actually have been basing these educational videos off of blogs that I wrote for a very short-lived business that I had last year. So if you're a follower of the channel for a long time, you probably would have remembered my little foray into Book Demons, it was called. I won't go into everything that happened with that. Unless you're curious, let me know, but it's not that exciting. The point is, I am taking blogs that I wrote, which are also on Medium now, and turning them into video format. So that's what those are. But it is 1:05, so it is time to get into our sprinting. And wow, I closed my app that helps me reset this. That's smart. And here I thought I had everything to go all seamlessly. It's okay, we're all right. Okay, so if everyone is ready, I am going to get us into our first sprint, and I'm going to work on some scripting, and if you have a moment, let me know what you're working on. I always like to hear. So let's go. Nope, it's always going to do this. Without fail. Without fail. Ooh, come on. No. 1 second. There's always got to be something, right? So with this timer, it really likes its settings to be updated fresh when I stream, and then I have to reset, and then I have to start it. So fingers crossed this one works. There we go. Let's get sprinting. That's our first sprint. I'm so unused to this going so smoothly. The past 3 weeks, I think. Almost every session in the new year has had something go wrong. Yeah, that's true. My first one was pretty good, except for the fact that my poor co-host couldn't see me. So that was a problem on the end of Discord, because he should have been able to see me, but for some reason he couldn't. So that was kind of awkward. Like, imagine doing a whole 2 hours of hosting and you can't see who you're talking to. So you're just like talking into the abyss and not able to see the timer or anything. Next time I guest someone, it'll be different. Yeah, welcome to 2022. Exactly. I found 2022 to be work intensive and, like, I don't know. Work intensive, lots of good stuff getting done, but way too many things just messing up as well. It's, I don't know, it's like full-time Mercury retrograde or something. I kid. Let's see what I got done here. I was mostly doing editing because we had in this writing I'm doing, we had a change of season. So I was writing it in a particular season, and now I've been going back through and changing it to another season, which is, I mean, it's not difficult, but it takes a bit of a update in descriptions, and I have to hunt through everything like an Easter egg hunt. So I got probably like 400 words of actual writing done, I think. 400. It's not bad. How about everyone else? How did you do? And also, what are you working on? No one's told me yet. And hello to Marc-Andre. I didn't say hi, actually, verbally to you. Did I turn the music down too much? Or are we just starting something else? Yeah, I turned it down too much. Or not. Oh well. So last time, I remember I was saying I wanted to show everyone the cat that I'm cat sitting. This time, I've had to lock him out of the room. He's really cute. He's really sweet. But he's about 1.5 years old, so he's also very bad. One thing we found today, music. I was doing some tidying, and I just found one of our plants, like, uprooted and just sitting beside the pot, like, perfectly uprooted. And not ripped up or eaten or anything, just, like, perfectly uprooted and lying there. So that's been it. He also likes to jump on everything, like mostly my dresser. But the really bad thing is he's been trying to jump on this shelf up here above my bed, which lots of delicate stuff on there, including my cat's ashes. So I really don't want him to go up there, and I can't deal with running around and yelling at him. Well, not yelling. I don't yell at him. I don't yell at cats, but, you know, chasing after him while I'm trying to stream. Oh, working on the translation of some script for a YouTube video. That sounds fascinating. What time are we at here? We're at 1:25, so we should be getting into our second sprint. I don't know how interesting it is to listen to me babble about my life. I think I've said this before, I never know how long I should talk in between sprints. It's a bit easier when you have someone to talk to. Not so much when they can't see you. Okay, I'm gonna reset our timer. Yeah, I'm also tired again, but not as bad as the last couple times, but this cat keeps me up. But I've learned if I sleep with bare arms, he will cuddle with me more and be less bad, because he likes to knead, but only bare skin, so he'll like cuddle up and knead my arm. Ruminating. That seems right to me. It seems right. I think that's right. I think it's right. Okay, I'm gonna get into our next sprint now, so this is another 15-minute. And let's go. Second sprint is done. I don't have much of a word count because I was editing again, but I finished editing my last stuff, and I did start on the next segment of writing and did like 59 words there. Let me check my messages here. Oof, my bangs are... Ugh. So, let's see. Yeah, so Chris, you were saying that you're reading George Saunders' A Swim in a Pond in the Rain. Brilliant examination of the 19th century Russian short stories. Heavy juxtaposition of current situation on Ukraine's borders, blockades, etc. That's something I would be interested in reading, for sure. I have not heard of it before. And Jonathan, 82 words. Good, we're in the same boat. Jonathan, you were saying that you're finishing up a book report of sorts, indie breakdowns, read works of self-published authors, and write up a semi-deep dive. You know, that's funny, because I was originally going to do something similar on my channel, because I didn't see enough of that being done. I find that people on BookTube are usually hopping on the trendy stuff, and I get it. You're going to get more views that way, right? But there's not a lot of people, like, you look at Twitter and Amazon authors on Twitter, and there's just like a million of us, right? And there's not a lot of reviewing. You go to BookTube, and these communities are really heavily tied in with one another, yet all the reviews are, I don't know. I honestly, I don't even read a lot of the books that are getting reviewed. I'm sorry. But like stuff that millions of people are reading. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but just to say, I was actually thinking of doing that at one point, but the problem was the first person whose book I started reading, I really hated it. I didn't like it at all, and I thought, this is the problem with that sort of thing. If you take someone who's a smaller author and trying to get their name out there, and you give them a heavily critical review, it's gonna hurt them more. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the person who, not that I have like some amazing, like huge following, but I don't want to be the person who goes out there and is heavily critical of someone who's just starting out. So in that case, you look at people with millions of readers, and I guess it's easier to do those reviews. But I digress. I like what you're doing. I think that is a really awesome thing to do. Depending on how you do it, you're calling it an indie breakdown, so you're writing a semi-deep dive, which I think would probably be better than just like a little YouTube review, which is what I was planning on doing. And in the case of the book I was looking at, it would have been just me going, oh my god, I couldn't read it! Ah! And I don't want to do that to anyone. But I do not, well, I sort of publish on Amazon. I did a few self-published graphic novels years ago, and one of those is on Amazon, but the works that I'm coming out with now are hopefully going to be traditionally published. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I have one work called Eternity. That was my graphic novel series, but I'm not doing graphic novels anymore. My family is in the graphic novel industry, so it was sort of an automatic thing for me to go to, but now I'm just sticking with novels, prose only. And the music in the background, it's honestly, so I use Streamlabs to stream, and there's an app on it called Pretzel Rocks, and you can choose a genre of just YouTube safe music. So I'm not doing any copyrighted stuff, and I use a playlist, a station called Chill. So I don't always know what is playing, but it's Chill on Pretzel Rocks. Sometimes it can be hit or miss, you know, sometimes it's weird, but yeah, I think we've got a good selection going today. Ugh, I just rambled a whole bunch. Oh yeah, and Andre got 191 words. You are winning. You are winning for sprints today so far. While I was writing, the cat I'm cat sitting was yelling outside, and I feel bad. Now I'm wondering if I should maybe let him in, but he's gonna try and destroy my room if I do. Okay, let's get into another round of sprints. I'm gonna reset here. This will be our third round, 15 minutes. So we have two 15-minute segments left, and then we'll go into our half hour. So, without further babbling, let's sprint.
That's kind of crap. I want to do that again.
Round 3 done. Thank you, Jonathan, about the presentation. This is like my only excuse to get dressed up these days is for YouTube, so it's fun. Yeah, like my job when COVID hit immediately went to everyone working at home, which I prefer, so I'm happy to do it. But yeah, I don't have any reason to like get all fancy as much these days, so YouTube gives me that. And I agree with the need for publicity with indie authors, for sure. I agree with that too. I think the main problem, which maybe I didn't articulate so well because I've had a lot of caffeine today, was just that I think the worst thing was the particular book I chose. I honestly couldn't find anything good about it. and I had a lot of ideas for how I could make a video on it, but it would have come across as maybe funny, but also mean. And I also work with authors in my day job, and so I don't like to I don't like to cause too many ripples. So I find with my particular content, it's best to just sort of to do the educational stuff and the sprints and the support and things like that, because it just goes with what I do a bit better. But I do agree that any publicity is important, and I think that's really awesome that what you're doing on your blog. So, yeah, if you want to share a link to it, by the way, feel free to. I am not opposed to any self-promotion in the chat of these sprints. I want everyone to be able to share what they're working on in any respect that they feel comfortable with. I think I had missed a message. Oh yes, Weaver Words. You had said that you're plotting a new WIP. I was gonna say that's awesome. I think I said last time too how I was jealous of anyone who's doing that, because that's my favorite phase, is the sort of preparing to write phase. And I have not been at that point in a while now. I think I probably won't get there again now until NaNoWriMo again. Ugh. No, I don't get dressed up for the cat, Marc-Andre. I do not. I don't think he would appreciate it that much. He's not very appreciative. He just wants to yell at me all day. Yeah, how much did I get done here? I think 284. So that's better. That's better. Getting better. I'm into writing, and I'm still in the midst of doing rewrites of someone else's writing. So I'm getting into the stuff that's purely going to be my writing soon, which is a little bit scary because I want it to sound good and meld with what previous work was there before. Food. Yes, food. He didn't yell this time outside the door. He's very well fed, by the way. He's very well fed and very cared for, and he has a lot of things to play with. There's no need for him to yell at me or keep me up all night or eat plants, but kitten. Kitten. Very cute, but very bad things come with that. What time are we at? We are at 2:05, which would be the time to head into a fourth sprint. I'm just Jonathan, I'm just reading your description of what you're actually wearing. Yeah. I think it's very reasonable to be wearing pajamas or, comfortable clothing of any type on a Saturday. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm the weird one here. I'm weird. I like dressing up for fun. I'm very strange like that. I don't know if we have any new people. I've seen the numbers fluctuating a little bit, by the way, but if you are new, if you've hopped in while this is ongoing, welcome. We are doing sprints. You can see a schedule right in the corner here. We're heading into our fourth sprint, which is going to be the last of the 15-minute sprints. And the final sprint is half an hour, and at that point I throw up some little suggested words that you can use while you're writing if you want. Today, they're all going to be kind of love-themed because it is that Valentine's weekend. That's why I'm all pink and red, even though I am a spinster cat lady. But I can still enjoy the pink and red aspects. And we're doing Galentine's tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And any excuse to bake stuff and eat food, I am down with. Oh, you have to go out of the house. That's exciting. I had to, well, not had to. I went out yesterday because we got a group membership to the Fine Arts Museum, and I got to see, what was his name? Nicholas Party, his new exhibit, and it was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I usually go to the gallery to see older artists, like I love sort of Tudor era paintings and things like that, so I don't go to see the newer stuff a lot, but with this membership, we're gonna go and see everything as it comes out, so it's been really cool. I like his stuff a lot, and just the way they displayed the exhibit. If you're in Montreal, go see it. It's really interesting because they've got these, they've interspersed his art with older pieces that are kind of inspiring. what's the word I'm looking for? The pieces that probably inspired his works. And then there's also like massive wall-sized backdrops done. I presume he did them. I'm probably going to go back and see it again because there was a whole audio element that I didn't tune into because my mom and I went and saw it together. So maybe next time. But yes, highly recommend Nicholas Party. Very good. But I'm going to reset our timer here so we can get into our final 15 minutes and stay on track for time today. So good luck on the next sprint, everyone. 15 minutes. Let's go. Time's up. Oh, I am tired. I have a ring light up here, as you can see, as my hand just glows white, and it always just like it strains my eyes when I've got it shining on me too long, even though I have coated glasses which generally help me. But during the sprints, if I'm already a bit tired and I have the light on me, it's just like got a decent amount of writing done, I think. It's okay. 378. It's alright. It's okay. What else was I doing? I don't know. I was spacing out. Oh, and there's the cat. Maybe I'll let him in for a bit. Maybe I'll let him in. 1 second. I'm gonna let the cat in. Come on. So this is Scotch. He's very sweet, but very rambunctious. Hi. I can tell you already want to run off and destroy everything in my room, I can tell. He's a Tonkinese. Hey, look at the camera for a second. Just a second. A second? A second, maybe? No? No? Right there. Look up. Okay, okay. Go do things. Go do things then. Have fun. No, I can't turn the light off. It's too dark in here. I need it on, otherwise it'll just be like... I mean, it's not dark, but I have like one light bulb in my light in the ceiling right now. It's one of those dome ones that has like 3 different lights in it, so it's a huge pain to change the lights. I don't think I ever have in my 2 years of living here. So I'm down to 1 light, and at some point I'm going to be forced to change it, but until then I can't turn my ring light off because it'll look terrible. So I'm going to turn our magic words on here. Today we have amatory, which is relating to sexual love or desire. Deloricate, which is ripping open someone's clothes. Extasiate, a state of ecstasy. And redomancy, which is to return someone's feeling of love. So I'm going to copy and paste those in once the sprint does start, so they'll be in the chat as well as on the screen, because I know if you're on your phone, the text is kind of small and annoying to read. If you would like to include those words in your writing, feel free to. If you're doing short stories or something, maybe use one as inspiration. I had not heard like 3 out of 4 of these words before, so hopefully some of them are new to you as well. I know normally I try to go with 4 very different words, but today we're on a theme. And yes, video is about light and sound, certainly, so I just will suffer through the blazing light. It's fine. We've only got like half an hour left. I'll live. Yeah, that is exactly what Scotch thinks. He looks, when I carry him through the apartment, he's just looking. His eyes are just like, I could go there, I could go there, I could go there, I could go there, or I could go there, or up there, maybe there. That's all he does. All he does all day. Until he passes out. Okay, so we are going to get into our final sprint. I think we've lost a few people, but hopefully for those of you remaining, this will be the most productive period of the sprinting session. We'll be going for a full half hour, and then I'll wrap up the stream. So I am just going to go to our timer here and update it to half an hour rather than 15 minutes. Okay. Reset. Hi. I might have to get up at some point in the middle of this to escort my friend out of the room. All right, so let's get into our final sprint. I'll be posting the words in the chat. Half an hour. Let us go. that was an eventful sprint, if you were watching the stream at all. I kept having to reset my camera, which I might have to do again before this is done, so I'm going to try and end this as smoothly as possible. But in the midst of that, Scotch decided to hop up on the bed, where I have a whole bunch of cat stuffies, and he decided to grab Grumpy Cat, of all of them, and have his way with him. So I escorted him from the premise. Kind of perfect for a Valentine's weekend stream, though, right? I think it was kind of perfect. It was entertaining. If you didn't see it, feel free to scan back when the stream is done and take a look. It was pretty funny. I just saw behind me what was going on. I was like, pretty sure I know what he's about to do there. And sure enough, I was correct. Oh dear. What? I don't want to go back to my writing because it may freeze my camera again. I found when I was switching between windows, it cut it off, but I think I got like about 500 words down in that one, so we're good. Almost finished the next act of the thing I'm working on, and finished my edits too, which was most of what I set out to do today. So I think that was an entertaining session. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Jonathan. And we're frozen. We are frozen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good freeze point too. Hopefully you can still hear me while the image is frozen. I don't know though, so I gotta wrap this up. Okay, as always, I'm gonna leave the text chat on for a little bit, so if you have anything else to say, you can do it there. Feel free to promote anything. I posted my Discord and my Patreon. If you like these sprint sessions, we do them on Wednesdays and Thursdays on Discord. Wednesday, we are now doing 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Go watch my new video. It's about world building. I think it turned out all right. And what else? We'll be back here for more YouTube sprints next Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. As always, keep an eye out for next week's video. And I think that's it. I hope that you are all having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.